What's happening? Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm listening to uncopyrighted Christmas music, and I was lip syncing, but it's not quite the same as the actual music because I don't think these are like famous artists. I actually don't know who's singing any of this. Tracy! So I am so excited because this is what I wanted. I wanted someone to go out and buy a craft. Well, I want y'all to go out and buy crafts and do them with me. But today, my friend Tracy Bonner in Nova Scotia, Halifax, bought the same craft. We're crafting together. Yay! And what are we crafting today? Well, my goodness, aren't we all she poo poo? Because, whoops, we are going to be painting on a little easel. Look at that. Oh, Jesus. Look at that, my friends. Look at that. Woohoo! I know, with a little easel. So I didn't rig my camera so you could see me painting on my easel. But that's okay because I'll pick it up periodically and I'll show it to you. Now, unlike yesterday's crafts where there were 6 paints, I gotta turn this down, it's getting on my nerves. There were 6 paints. This one, Cynthia, I'm gonna give you a prize for being most regular viewer. This craft only has 4 paints and a real crappy brush. Tracy, I don't know if you've opened yours. Tracy went to the Dollarama in Halifax, no doubt, and bought the exact craft. And look at the crappiness. Okay, I want to show you what my $1.50 got me. I deserve it. Look at these little tiny details. Like, you know, look at these snowflakes. If you're going to color, paint the snowflakes or, you know, little Prancer's eyes there. But look at the freaking brush. I honestly, how are you supposed to get that teeny tiny? Now, knowing that I had a viewer who has the same craft, I'm not going to cheat because I could pick the lovely Jody. How are you, my friend? Hello, how are you, mate? What the fuck? I start off English, and then, hey, Rose. I start off English, and it just goes to Australian gibberish, really, because South Carolina, I don't know. This is a really good brush. This was the brush that came with yesterday's craft. Check out Mr. Charlie Christmas, everybody. This is what I did yesterday. My lovely friend Linda sent me a picture of an actual nutcracker, so I knew that this wasn't pubic hair after all. It's actually real hair. And look, well, this is supposed to move. Yo, 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 top of the morning. Well, it's evening there, Jody, where you are in jolly old England, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, 7 o'clock in Nova Scotia. So, yeah, you can see the beard isn't really attached to anything. I tried to glue it, but it's actually just floating. I know, if you look at it really close, you can see it's actually not attached to anything. It's just floating. Ooh. So Charlie Christmas goes up here with the other craft that I did. So I say let's get started, shall we? I drink my water. Not quite happy hour here yet. I mean, it can be a happy hour wherever you are. It doesn't matter. All right, we're going to get started. Now, Tracy, I'm going to leave it up to you to paint. You can follow along and paint the same colors, but God, I am going to stick to the course. I am going to paint Santa in red. And I think I'm going to just do that right now. I'm going to bite the bullet and go right in there. So I'm going to wet my brush. And maybe wetting my brush will help. And Tracy, since you are doing the craft too, you know, at the end, you're going to have to post your picture. So I'm going to go right in there. Look, I am so angry at this brush. I have a really misplaced anger towards this brush because I don't know how they expect this to be nice and neat. I have some snowmen, so most of it will stay white. Oh, you've got snowmen. Okay, most of it will stay white. Stephanie! How are you, my friend? Look at what we're painting today. Oh, you can't really see it. I was just talking about South Carolina. I didn't mention your name, but I gotta tell you, that's kind of where I got it from. All right, paint him green. Oh, the Grinch Santa. Oh, you're angry with the brushes. No, this is where the artistry and the creative process streamlines my anger and it flows out of the brush and onto the craft. Okay, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna dip this tiny brush in and I'm just gonna start. You know, sometimes you can look at a piece of art for so long and I'm not really gonna use the, oh my God, like honestly, this brush. Okay, I might just switch to the other brush because really and truly, I've started on his little hat. There's his little hat. And I'm not liking this brush. I'm gonna have to really kind of distance myself from the brush. And you know what? I think I might just dig in to my other, what the hell is that? I'm gonna have to dig in to my other brush from yesterday. But I'm just going ahead and starting. So how is everybody today? Thanks, Steph. I know, a dollar store, I know, hopefully, yeah, dollar store is funding this project of, I'm not crafting for 31 days. Next week is gonna be easy baking week. Since the first started on a Saturday, we're going from Wednesday to Tuesdays. So this first week is craft week. So we've got crafts all planned out till next Tuesday. And then next Wednesday starts easy baking week. And if you haven't tuned in, you don't know how much I hate baking and really how much I hate crafts. But I'm not doing this for me. I am doing it for me. But aside from me, I'm doing it because, you know, Christmas can be a trying time for many of us. An option to add myself. Oh, look what I see to do, right? Of course you do, Stephanie. Of course you do. I had that happen. A friend of mine who I was trying to watch her live today. She was being interviewed from a friend of mine, powerhouse women down in the States, coaches and healthy eaters and fitness health gurus. And they were trying to do an interview, and of course all the tech failed and fallen apart like we all have experienced. And they were so cool and collected. They pivoted and they got where they wanted to be. God, I don't know what's happening with Santa here. They pivoted though. They got where they wanted to be. They just each went one at a time instead of a back and forth. But, and Stephanie and I next week that was not available today. I know. So Stephanie and I next week are having a discussion. I think if you've been following along with me and you know a little bit about my story, you know I'm in comedy. And I've recently delved into sexual shame. And with my comedy and the group that I belong to, Hilarity, we've really been ripping the Band-Aid off every kind of trauma, illness, abuse, addiction, whatever. Because underneath all that, there's healing. And underneath all that, there's laughter. And Hilarity takes the magic of trauma and finds the funny in it. That's not to say it's raw trauma. My friend Tracy, who runs the Solo Theater, had a really good quote given to her, and it was, "Preach from your scars, not your wounds." So the stories that I'm sharing and my story on sexual shame, I've healed from now. But I only just recently healed from it because I recently remembered it and then accepted it. I don't know what the hell I've done to Santa here, but I'm ready to talk about it. And I wanted to do a stand-up piece about my sexual shame because once I thought about it, it was really quite funny. I know. What? How can sexual shame be funny? Well, find out, my friends. I'm going to put up the link after this, the link to my interview, my Stephanie and I's discussion on sexual shame next week. It's going to be Wednesday. but I'm also going to, I'm also doing stand-up on next Saturday afternoon, actually, through Hilarapy. Again, details. I made Sexual Shame a stand-up comedy act. I know, right? How does that happen? Through the magic of Hilarapy, through the magic of taking the shame out of my story and finding the funny, because we all have it. We all have something in our past that we think we need to be holding on to because it's embarrassing or it's shameful, or we think nobody else has ever done this, ever. I am all by myself in this story, and I'm not, and you are not. So you got to stay tuned next week. It's action-packed. I will put all the links on my page and all that stuff. Ding, ding, ding went the trolley. So Jody Smith, who you see here, she's in the Hilarapy comedy writing and the therapeutic session. So she knows exactly what my story is. And ding, ding, ding went the trolley. I actually took that part out, but I'm not telling what it is. All right. Exactly. We all have our stories. Okay, so I don't think that this part of Santa is his body, because I don't know what that is, but then again, do we really care? I'm going to dig out my blue. I'm digging out, it's an aqua. We've got a, look, a aqua blue and a blue. So here we go. So I hope you're all doing well on this Friday. I know if we were not in COVID times, I'm sure people would be going to Christmas parties, having dinners, socializing and having drinks, and oh yes, I remember those days well, as I'm sure you do too. And yes, Jody, you've got to join the discussion. 9 o'clock in the morning, my time. So Jody, that's probably dinner time, your time, so you're probably home. And there's no Hilarapy stuff going on. So yeah, I'm painting my sled now blue. And now this time of year, we don't have that. So that's kind of why I've opened myself up, my living room, my home, my craftiness, to just bring a little light levity to your day, a levity to your Christmas season. And you know, I'm not all peaches and cream all the time. I know I'm not all peaches and cream. How can I not be all peaches and cream? Stephanie, Jody lives in England. Jody is a Brit. She is a Brit. That's where she lives. That's why the time zone is so odd. I do want to share with you, friends. So, you know, I used to be a spin instructor. I still am certified as a spin instructor, but our gyms are mostly closed now, the studios and stuff. And I haven't really, you know, when my gym closed back in March, that was it. I shut it down. Well, I didn't shut it down. They shut it down. And I said, I'm going to be done now. I'm going to be done with the teaching spin for now. And then I never thought about it again. And I was actually relieved. My body was relieved. I had really, you know, spent the last 8 years teaching spin on a regular, consistent basis, training for a long distance endurance charity ride for 8 years called Ride to Survive, which is a 400-kilometer ride in one day. And I'll tell you, my body was tired and my mind was tired. So when I decided to stop teaching spin because of COVID, it was kind of an apt time to do it. But do you know that last night I was listening to a Christmas song and I thought of my spin classes. Isn't that weird that Christmas songs would make me think of my spin classes? But back in the day, when our spin classes held 30 bikes, I had 30 people. I had full classes. And it was so much fun and so much camaraderie. We had, we had fun. We'd do playlists. I'd have themes. We'd come in costumes. I'd have, hey, Lizzie, how are you? How are you? You know, and we'd have all this stuff going on. In my spin classes, and they were so much fun. Lori, how are you? And Lori was also one of the people who partook in my spin classes, or the spin classes that I used to sub. And last night, a Christmas song came on. I'm sure you are, Lizzie, exhausted. My friend Lizzie's getting ready to, oh, I better not tell, it's not my news. I'm sure you are. My friend Lizzie works tirelessly around the clock, bringing comedy and hilarity and hilarity to the masses. And that's how I really got involved with comedy. And really, how fast forward a year and 4 months later, I actually have the balls to be doing what I want to do. Spreading comedy and cheer. Trying to open another paint. How's your paint coming along, Tracy? I can't wait to see your painting. These are really awful colors for this painting. I'm going to paint the deer brown. So anyway, back to spin, because you know I can lose my topics here. A Christmas song came on, and I started crying. I started to feel melancholy over my spin classes. And I realized I had not mourned the loss of my spin classes. And not only the loss of my spin classes, because my gym actually did close down permanently, but, and Lori will attest to this, I got big balls, yeah. Lori will attest to this. I had to mourn for the community that I lost there. So many of those people are my friends now outside. We don't need a gym to have community and friendship. But I mourned that loss and I cried. And I realized it was okay to cry and to miss that. And I felt really good today waking up. It was a release for me to let go of that. I hadn't even realized I needed to mourn it. I have brown buttons on my snowman. Yeah, I'm actually think I'm going to cheat and I'm going to bring out my paints from yesterday because this $1.50 craft, look, I think my deer is becoming one leg. Look, you can still see it's got 2 legs, but I've had to cover over his dots. I don't even know what to do here. So anyway, I had a little cry over my spin class and over the loss of the gym and the community there and you know, it's the season, and that's what it's all about. I didn't sink into it. I honored the feelings that I had, which was something I never used to do. God, am I feeling sad? I'm going to bury that somewhere. Don't want to feel that. Or, you know, I'm strong. I don't need to feel those emotions. But turns out feeling your emotions is healthy. What? Feeling your emotions is healthy? God, I wasn't brought up that way. God, to think it took many years, many years to realize that feeling my emotions was healthy. And get this, talking about your emotions is healthy too. I know. Gotta go, Lizzie. Enjoy your walk. Keep good luck tonight and love you lots. Thank you. Yeah, so sharing your feelings, talking about your feelings, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I am hoping, you know, share with me what's going on for you. It's okay. I'll share with you right now that this frickin' deer is driving me crazy. He's going to have a beard in a minute. I don't even know what to do there. I don't even know. They give me, you know what? Enjoy the fire. I'm getting my other paints. 1 second. One moment, please. Oh, come, let us adore him. Okay, everybody, I'm cheating. I'm bringing out the big paints that came with the paints yesterday because I don't want to have 2 blues, a brown and a red. This is too important to me not to have that. So Tracy, I'm breaking out. I'm gonna go into the yellow here. And yeah. So that's what's going on for me on this Friday. Okay, I'm just gonna color, oh geez, I'm gonna color Santa's beard yellow because I am a rebel. Yeah, so I haven't really stepped foot inside a gym for months and months and months, and maybe you're like that too. I am blessed in that I like to work out. I didn't always like to work out, I did a talk not too long ago in the summer about what you resist persists and how exercise. Okay, bye Jody. Good night. Thank you so much. Yes, next Saturday is our show. Like I said, we've got a show next Saturday, an online comedy show. I will have the information. I'll put the link up if anybody's interested in that. It's only like freaking $5, and come watch some comedy. You know, we've been working hard on this, and we've got some funny people in our troupe. Do you know that we've got, and they actually came to visit today, we've got an 80-year-old stand-up comedian and a 76-year-old stand-up comedian in our midst. Donna, aka Grandma Pat, is 80 years old and wants to be a star. Isn't that beautiful? So Donna is a hilarious stand-up comedian as well. We're all amateurs, just dealing with our shit and spreading joy. And she didn't pursue her dream her entire life. And now at 80, she wants to be a star. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous 80-year-old woman. Beautiful, long, dark, luxurious hair. Makeup to a T. Every day she's got that makeup on. And gorgeous. And I really want her to get on Ellen. I really want her to be successful. She's got a bunch of YouTube videos up now. If you go to the Hilarapy YouTube page and look up Grandma Pat, she's on there. And you know what? It's never too late to follow your dreams. I mean, I'm 55, and I was thinking it was too late for me. Like, oh my God, I can't start doing all this stuff now in my mid-50s, can I? Can I really start trying to be a comedian and a public speaker and a storyteller? Hell yeah, I can. Hell yeah, I can. If an 80-year-old woman is doing it and rocking it, so can I. So can you. So go for it. I mean, what are you waiting for, really? I know, I'm preaching to the choir here. Elaine, how are you? I'm preaching to the choir, but honestly, I'm going to give my dear blue eyes. Blue eyes. My baby's got blue eyes. Oh my God. I think that... What are you looking at? Okay, my deer, my reindeer looks like he's on acid, but that's okay, you know, that's okay. I'm gonna go in for a little bit more blue up here. One of my little ribbons up here. I have a friend at Tracy. I hope your craft is coming along well. I have somebody who actually followed the rules, like there's rules, but she went out and bought a craft. And she's actually crafting with me, which is pretty funny. And I had a request to do an evening craft. So tomorrow night, and I'll announce that at the end, tomorrow night we're going at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which will be 11 o'clock Nova Scotia time. So, you know, I'll probably hit up the people who are up there late. Okay, so I just added a little bow up there. What time is it? You know, I don't want to keep you guys for too late. Oh my God, it can't be 3:25 already. Is that 3:25? Oh my God. I know. I've been talking and rambling, and you know, people have an attention span of 30 minutes, and then that's it. I may have to just start drinking. What? You haven't started drinking, Tracy? It's like 7:30 there. What the hell? I'm just going to town now because I like to have almost a completed piece of art by the time 3:30 rolls around, or by the time my half hour is up. Now, I know when I get into the cooking shows next week, it might be longer than an hour, half hour, but I'm hoping to have easy enough appetizers, or baking. It's baking next week. What am I thinking? Again, honest to God, I don't know what I'm thinking, but you know what? Doesn't matter what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that I need community and company. Dallas! How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Today's craft, reindeers on acid. There you go. What am I doing here? Oh, yes. Yeah, so next week is going to be easy appies. And I'm really, if you have any, oh no, easy baking next week. So, you know, if you've got an easy, like 3 ingredient recipe, because honestly, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing 3 ingredients or 4, like no more than 5. I don't want any meanwhiles. Sift here, whisk here, baked here, double boil over here, preheat here, cookie cut here. And while you're doing that, just ice your fucking nose. I am not that kind of baker. I have a little bit of anxiety and, you know, ADHD, not diagnosed, don't really have it, but I am ADD, I'm all over the place. And I'll tell you, the recipes that all of a sudden say, you know, you're going and you read. Meanwhile, in a second dish, take the next 8 ingredients. Yeah, no, I'm not that type of person. We're gonna go for a little bit of the other blue now. Let's go for, I don't even know. Let's go for some more red. Some more red, and then we'll get into more yellow because this brush is too fat. And I'm not being impolitically correct to the gift, believe me. Oh my God. Again, this paintbrush is going a little crazy. Let's do this blue. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not really enjoying this color palette. All right. But you know what? I only spent $1.50 on this. So, yay, red, you know it. That now it looks like 2 gifts in the back. See, it's shaping up. It's slowly shaping up. My brush is too bristly. See, look what's happening here. How are you supposed to look at that? Like, how are you supposed to keep in between the lines when your brush is like that? I was gonna actually, oh, that was liberating. You know what? Because I can do whatever I want. I just cut my brush. I cut the brush to make it smaller. Now these snowflakes, oh my God. I was gonna color the snowflake, but see what happens? I colored over the whole bloody thing. So maybe I'm not supposed to be doing that. You know what? I don't really know. I'm just gonna sort of do blobs. I'm gonna blob it. Blob, blob, blob. My crafting expertise is coming through now, and I can't believe I've got 4 more days of this. But if you're finding a little bit of amusement on this, then that's all that counts. So there are my snowflakes. Look at that. That's some good work right there. I know. Like, nobody has ever said, my God, Siobhan, your art expertise is so great. What university did you go to? What art school did you go to? Yeah, I'll tell you what art school I went to. The art school of thanks but no thanks. What color am I going to color this other gift? Maybe the other aqua blue now. And then I think we're going to be done. Or I'm going to be done because I don't know what really else to do. Here we go. I'm going to paint this here. We might almost be done here, folks. And then tomorrow, there we go. Tomorrow we're going into the evening for some of my evening BC friends. So tomorrow's craft, I could call him done. Look, I even see, this is what I do. See, there's the fingerprint. There's the messiness. So there's kind of my deer. I'm not really happy quite yet with the deer. I think I need to just add, I know what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Embrace the brush stroke, yes. Embrace the brush stroke. So what I'm gonna do, oh, poor little reindeer here. I think this is Prancer. I'm gonna say it's Prancer. Prancer's gonna have, oh God. See, this is where the crafts go to hell in a handbasket. And yeah, a couple more of these right here. How about a yellow tail? And I know one more yellow right on Santa's hat. And right there. Tracy, I fully expect to see a picture. There we go. Oh, my craft is dripping. My craft is dripping. I dripped water on my craft. So now I have a snowflake that's peeing. This lamp is driving me crazy. Let me just turn it down so you can get the full effect. Look at that craft. This craft came, Prancer Acid King, you know it. Now look on the easel. Look at that, my friends. Look how classy that is for Christmas. Shit. Sorry, no swearing. No children are watching, I don't think. So there we go, my friends. That's it for day 4 of December Lives. Tomorrow, we are going live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm actually doing my certified yoga laughter training all weekend from 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Ditch the brush using my finger. Not a euphemism. Oh, Tracy, I love you and I miss you. I should have just did that. I should have just gone and did that too. Yeah, I didn't though. I'm gonna do maybe a couple touch-ups or not. There's my finished product right there, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, after I'm done laughter yoga, 9 to 5, 7 p.m. This is our craft tomorrow. Is felt snowmen, felt ornament kit with felt snowmen. There's one eye there. Just one eye for 2 snowmen? I don't know how that happens. There's probably more in there. I hear them. You can't hear them. But this is tomorrow. We're going to be doing them at 7 p.m. and Pacific time. And thank you for joining me. You know, Jesus, not an earthquake, just me being clumsy. I really want to thank everybody for joining. Dallas, thank you. Hi, Mary Carmen. How are you? There we go. I'm just happy to say. Dollar Store Crafts. Please join me tomorrow. You can head up to your Dollarama or Dollar Store or grab your craft box. Who has a craft box? I know people who have craft boxes. And dig out a craft or dig out some sewing or, you know, or just put it on live and listen and have some company. You know, it's that time of year. I'm spending a hell of a lot of time by myself. So I really enjoy coming out here on live and seeing everybody. And if you're watching this on replay, Smoochy Kisses, Tracy, watching on replay, do you know my video yesterday had 99 views? So I know there's people out there watching on replay, and I thank you so much for tuning in and giving yourself a little downtime, a little amusement by laughing at me. Maybe you're laughing with me. I'd like to think you're laughing with me, but I know you could be laughing at me too, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, as long as you're laughing and producing those positive endorphins. I'm going to have a lot to talk about this weekend, I'm sure, as I go through my laughter yoga certification. And then I'm going to be teaching laughter yoga through Hilarapy on the Hilarapy Hub website, and it's only like $5. So I hope you're going to catch me in December because we're taking off, man. Hilarapy's taking off. I'm taking off. We're taking over the world. And it's all just through healing with humor. It's all we want to do is help you feel a little better. All right, this is Siobhan, over and out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll post a picture of my lovely craft at the end. Thank you all very much. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Have a great night, everybody. Tracy, thank you so much for joining. It really meant the world to me and everybody else who came along. Good night.